Hey, 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 what's up, y'all? You are tuned into the I'm Just Bougie show with your host, Shug Avery. Yes, 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 we are back. So today we're going to take it a little local for me and we're going to talk some, not local, but we're going to talk about COVID-19. So we're going to talk about some stuff. So we're going to talk about, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. So we're going to talk about some local politics and some things that are going on in my city. So Boston, but most definitely. Uh, so I've been wanting to do this and talk about everything that's been going on amidst COVID-19. So there's been a lot of discussion about just, violence and things that are happening and statements that are being made right now by the Boston Police Commissioner and the DA Rachel Rollins. If this is your first time to my channel, please like and subscribe, comment, comment. I don't mind it at all. We don't mind difference of opinions over here. But yeah, so I'm going to get into this. So bear with me. Like I said, this is all still very new to me, so I'm getting used to it. And actually, today we're going to actually be on camera. I'm going to actually be on camera today. All right, so y'all, so let's go. I have an article and I have some things. So this is what sparked my interest about this. So I was on Facebook, and then I had started seeing a lot of comments about things that the Boston Police Commissioner William Gross had said. And so I'm going to show it to you. Here we go. All right, so he said people who have been locked up for violent offenses and carrying a firearm should not be released on personal, and I could care less if they get sick in jail or not. And that is William Gross of the Commissioner of Boston Police Department. And at first sight, I mean, I've seen a lot of comments where people are feeling some sort of way about his comments and the things that he said, and I always felt like, okay, I mean, what is it that you don't want to hear that he said it? Is like, what is it that's pissing people off? Because at the end of the day, if at this time, and I have to be completely honest, at this time, if people are still out here committing crimes or doing whatever, are you trying to say that the police commissioner or the police in general should, to the extent, care to not do their job and arrest people who are doing these crimes because of COVID-19, and or that they'll go to jail and they potentially will get this disease? Because my whole thing is like, why is that the police job and the police commissioner's job to care about you getting a disease that your ass didn't care about getting in your damn self? Who the hell told you to go out? And and there was other people who had problems or had comments or felt some sort of way about some things that are being said, and I'm gonna bring it up to you, because there were some comments made by DA Rachel Rollins. Here we go. So if we go here, let me take myself off the screen. If you go here, DA Rachel Rollins and Commissioner Gross issue unusual warning to gun violence suspects. So here we go. So it's saying here, let's start this. So that is William Gross, the police commissioner, and then that is Rachel Rollins, the DA. Voted for both. I mean, for a DA, So it says here, in the wake of triple shooting in Roxbury that left one man dead, Suffolk District Attorney Rachel Rollins and Police Commissioner William Gross issued an unusual warning. They said, fire a weapon and you will lose your freedom and risk losing your life and life to the coronavirus while behind bars. Rollins, who has pushed for the release of some non-violent pretrial detainees and convicted inmates because of the health threat they face from coronavirus, appeared early Monday in Roxbury, where 3 men had been shot. One man died in the shooting, which happened at about 10:38 p.m. Sunday at 52 Kensington Park. The 2 other victims had life-threatening injuries, police said. So, I mean, I read this to you because I could have just talked about what he said, but I think it's really important. So she says here, Rollins, who office unsuccessfully fought to keep accused murderer William J. Utley in jail while he awaited trial, said coronavirus outbreaks are happening and people are dying as a result of being infected while incarcerated. You're going to be sent to a place where, unfortunately, you have a higher risk of potentially contracting COVID-19, the disease caused by the coronavirus, Rollins said. And nobody wants you harmed there but you will not be able to remain outside in the community. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, because you didn't value being in the community. Because if you did value being in the motherfucking community, you would not be out here killing people during these times. You wouldn't be killing people at all. Let's be completely honest. You wouldn't be killing people at all. But if you want to go that route, yeah, I think, COVID may be in your future. Like, what the hell? All right, we will hold you accountable and send you away. Gross, who also appeared at the murder scene, referred to the release of Utley and the release of another man he described as a gang member with a history of gun violence. Both were released by judges at the instruction of the Supreme Judicial Court, which has concluded COVID-19 creates an unconstitutional health crisis behind bars. Oh, hell no. You got to lock these motherfuckers up. I don't care. I personally don't care. I'm going to be completely honest, because at the end of the day, we pay our taxes to the police and all for them to do their job. You can feel however you want about the police. You can feel however you want about your judicial system. But if people are taking it upon themselves to commit crimes, the community is at risk, right? So are you saying that the community being at risk is less important than you making sure the rights and the health of someone who's committing crimes? And I just can't, for me, no, the community at risk is the bigger problem, not someone who decided can't quarantine. All right, so where did we leave off? Gross said the public is not paying the appropriate level of attention to the gun violence, noting that April 18th, wounding of a 10-year-old girl who lived on Nazing Street in Roxbury, in the April 15th fatal shooting of 17-year-old Alyssa King. A suspect is in custody for King's murder. And the problem, again, we were really, really, like, when Alyssa got murdered, we were really, like, it was stay in the house, don't move, don't do nothing. So the fact of the matter is, people are still going out during this very dangerous time, during this time where we all should be doing the same thing and committing these crimes, and then feeling some sort of way because they don't like what the DA and William Gross and the commissioner had to say. And I'm here to say that I totally freaking agree with them. Like, if people were taking it serious as they should, then, that'd be one thing. But right now, people aren't taking it serious. People are still throwing parties. People are still congregating in big groups of people. And so at the end of the day, you have to take responsibility, but no one has to care that you don't care about the risk that you're putting other people in. You know what I mean? So for me, lock their asses up. I don't want you to die from corona, but at the same time, I just, Alyssa King should not be dead at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And nobody's talking about that. I of course I believe in prisoner rights, but at the same time, we have to believe in holding people accountable no matter what. So that's really important. And I'm going to give you another example of people just not really paying attention and adhering to what they're asking us to do. And what they are asking us to do is to stay in the house, and people aren't doing that. So there was another story. Let's go here. And this is another story that illustrates that people aren't listening and that people are, putting other people at risk. And, and this is not putting other people, meaning like customers at risk, putting or feeling some sort of way about someone saying something to them. So let's read this story. So what is this supposed to happen to the shooters of this man? Are they not supposed to go to prison? I just think that people, especially criminals, let's be completely honest, criminals really do have a soft spot in their heart for other criminals. But I just don't feel like, you should really just think about that you're not a criminal anymore. And this is to protect you too. Because you don't live there no more. Anyway, so here we go. So CNN says 3 family members charged in shooting death of a security guard who told a customer to put on a face mask. Come on now. What are we supposed to do with these people who killed this man? All right. And this Friday, it says May 1st, and this is in Flint, Michigan. And so here we go. 3 family members have been charged in the killing of security guard who told a customer at a Michigan Family Dollar to wear a state-mandated face mask. Officials said on Monday, Calvin Monerlin, 43, died at a Flint hospital after he was shot in the head Friday, said Michigan State Police Lieutenant David Kaiser. Ramona Trayvon Bishop, 23, Larry Edward Teague, 44, and Charmel Leish Teague, 45, have been charged with first-degree premeditated murder. Like, you guys planned to murder the Family Dollar security guy? What type of shit is that? Oh, now you can't even be the store security. Like, what the fuck? Along with other charges, the Genesee County Prosecutor Office said in a statement on Monday, Charmel and Larry Teague are married. Damn. Husband and wife. Banging. This is some bullshit right here. No, for real. For real. This is some bullshit. This is not, I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, this is some bullshit. Like, and they way old. The youngest person here who committed a crime is 23 years old. Like, what is a 44-year-old and 45-year-old? Like, what the fuck is going on with you that you haven't worked through, like, your anger issues? Like, and I'm pretty sure the security officer popped mad shit. We all know that security officer who pushes it too much. He's top flight security. He's talking more shit in his uniform. But I don't give a fuck. Like, nothing results or nothing that had been said should have resulted in somebody being murdered. Like, niggas didn't go to enough anger management. From all indicators, I don't know how to pronounce this. Mr. Merlin, I'm going to say the victim. From all indications, the victim was simply doing his job in upholding the governor's executive order related to COVID-19 pandemic for the safety of store employees and customers. Genesee County Prosecutor David Litton said in the statement, the victim got into a verbal altercation with Charmel Teague after telling Teague's daughter she needed a mask, according to the prosecutor's office. Surveillance videos confirmed the incident. Layton said Charmel Teague's daughter left the store, but Teague began yelling at the victim, who told her to leave the store and instructed a cashier not to serve her. The prosecutor's office said. Under an executive order from Michigan's Governor Gretchen Whitmer, she's actually really cool. I see her a lot on CNN, so I like her. Whitmer, all retail employees and customers have to wear masks. Footage also shows that immediately after altercation, the woman left in the SUV, but about 20 minutes later, the SUV returned. Damn, y'all returned in the same motherfucking car? The same motherfucking car? Y'all couldn't call nobody. Y'all couldn't scooter down the street. Like, whoop, you know, last week I looked out for you. Let me use your car real quick. Not to say that you should be doing that anyway, but I'm just saying, where is thought process, a little bit of thought to like call somebody and just at least switch up the car? I don't understand using the same car. I'm no criminal. I just watch a lot of motherfucking TV. I don't understand using the same car. Please help me understand that. But whatever. Footage also shows that immediately after altercation, the woman left in an SUV, but about 20 minutes later, the SUV returned. Two men identified as Bishop and Larry Teague entered the store. Always a bishop. Entered the store. According to the statement, one of them yelled at the victim about disrespecting his wife. Oh, damn. Now his wife. Oh, God. Layton said, okay, this is what I don't like. And this is where I have a problem with women and some of the things they do, right? Like, you started or got into an argument with a man, and he said what he said to you, and you said what he said to you. Like, it was, you know, back and forth. Why do you ultimately feel so disrespected that you gotta go get somebody, but y'all will both talk shit to each other? Like, why does it have to escalate to the next level, right? And so now you done went home, and this is where men gotta use their best judgment. And probably the husband should have came in with a cooler demeanor just to really see what happened, right? To be honest with you. But instead the husband, and you know, gotta protect my woman's honor and all that shit. So, you know, he came in guns blazing. According to the statement, one of them yelled to the victim about disrespecting his wife. Layton said the other man, later identified as Bishop, then allegedly shot the security guard. The statement said, What? You know how sick, like, you just gotta walk into the store. Like, that is so sick. This is sickening. This is senseless. Over a mask. Victim's cousin Tina James told CNN affiliate WJRT, "This is not the way to do things right now. We need to come together." I know that's right. Police are looking for Larry Teague and Bishop on the run during Corona. Come on. The prosecutor's office said Charmel Teague is in custody and waiting arraignment on her charges in 67th District Court. In addition to the murder charges, Bishop also faces charges of felony firearm and carrying a concealed weapon. The prosecutor's office said, like, this is some bullshit, y'all, for real. And it's really quite disturbing that we're even spending time talking about this. But like I said, I'm like even in my own city, like there's been a shooting of a 10-year-old. There's been a shooting of a 17-year-old. Like there's been tons of shootings. So am I not surprised about the shooting in Flint, Michigan? I go to Detroit. Like I go to Michigan a lot. Honestly, like I go out there. So am I really surprised? No, I'm not surprised at all. Like I went. I remember me and my brother. We like to go like drive out and explore and look at different things and see cities when we go out. So me and him went out and did something, and I came back, and my cousins were like, "Y'all went out by yourself? Y'all went out without the gun?" So it's really real out there. So I mean, especially like states like Ohio and Detroit, those are carrying states, but at the same time, there's just no reason for this to be going on right now. And as much as people want to be turned off by the DA's comments and Police Commissioner William Gross's comments, what is going on that you like? It's paramount that you go settle some beef right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? That's crazy to me. What is going on? Like, why is it that, like, we are fighting for survival? You're not fighting for survival right now? You're not trying to survive? You're not trying to stay alive. You're not trying to stay alive right now. Is that what, that's all this is saying to me. That you're not trying to stay alive because if you do a crime and you get caught and you go to jail and you get the coronavirus, okay, you're dead. So what did you accomplish? What did you accomplish? You accomplished absolutely positively nothing except the fact that you're being ignorant. And now people's feelings are hurt because their people is out here committing crimes and doing shit. No. Life doesn't work that way. And the punishment for committing a crime is that, doing a crime, you got to do the time. And I was really surprised to hear about that police officer. I'm sorry, about the judge having to let people go, because I'm not here for that at all. And I know a lot of people want to turn this into a black thing and say that, police are, how hard it is for a black person, but like they are literally catching people who are committing these crimes and putting them away. And these people are literally doing these crimes because it's not the police doing them. So I don't know what the alternative is to other than say that, yeah, take your ass, sit down. You couldn't sit at home, sit down here. We have a seat for you here. And there's, I don't even know what the question is about. Like, I don't even know why people are mad. That's my thoughts on that. Like, people just really need to get it together. And I think because we see people of color in certain positions, high positions, or positions that we feel like could ultimately change a lot of things for black people, that we feel like even in our wrong, we expect the expectation that these people don't do their jobs, or that these people I'm black everything. Y'all know I just told you that the other day. But y'all want people to side with black everything when it don't even make sense. You get what I'm saying? I'm logical. I'm smart. Like, it has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it just has to make sense. And then nobody wants to go against the grain of, our people. But at the same time, we are killing each other right now. Like, that's us killing us. We talking about us killing us. And I know it's the easier conversation to have when you're talking about police killing black people. But when you start talking about the fact that black people are killing black people, and we're talking about holding black people accountable for that, there becomes that extremely big, like, I can't even like think of the adjective, but it becomes like this extreme conversation about what institutional racialism is and how the black man is held down. And I don't mean man or woman. It becomes this big old conversation than having that conversation about, okay, yeah, all of that is true, right? And all of that was true for you, and all of that was true for the next person and the next person, right? But the difference between you and the next person and the next person is that the next person is not out here committing crimes. So that doesn't give you a pass. That doesn't give you a pass because you feel like life has been so hard, and so this is what I've had to do. No, that just never is going to be the case, And I think, like I said, nobody has had it easy in life, but at the same time, nothing is justified. Certain things aren't justified because of what you've been through, So if everybody went around with that attitude, just saying, I'm just saying. All right, so that's my thoughts on that. I just wanted to do a little, and this is longer than I wanted. I wanted it to be like 15 minutes, but that's fine. But y'all hear the music in the background. Let me go ahead and play that because that is, that's the instrumental for Edo G and featuring Pete Rock and for a song he called Boston. Dope song. And I'm playing this to just to allude to the fact that tomorrow, Wednesday, on Instagram Live, Benzino and Edo G are going to be doing like a version of Verses for the people in Boston who really, who know who they are. We're going to be on the live, just checking it out, talking our shit. So if you are interested in old school, not going to say old school, but 90s hip hop, two local legends in the Boston area going at it. Everyone nationally knows who Benzino is. And then if you don't know who Edo G is. I got to have it. Beat rock, hit the beatbox, take the cheap shots from your weak street blocks. You heard like you eavesdrop when you all fall, like the seasons when the leaves drop. I'm mad lethal, never had equal. Boston's a good place to meet bad people. Your second joint, a sad sequel. You an old school rapper who mad people. Don't get a need to. All right, so that's Edo G. So I just wanted to play that to kind of promo that a little bit so people could check it out. So again, I'm gonna actually live stream that, so you guys are gonna see the comments and all that stuff. all right, so thank y'all so much for listening and watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up, and also don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It is at OG_Shug Avery. Like I said, follow and I follow back. Just let me know I watch you on YouTube or anything like that. What else? Anything else? That's it. Y'all peace out.